What is up, everybody?
What's happening?
Hello.
I tell you what, sometimes I think I dig that intro better than I dig my own. There's something about that one, it just pumps me up.
Yeah, it's a good
Oh.
intro for sure.
What are you guys into tonight?
I don't think we're live yet. That's what I got going on right now.
We should be live.
It says we're live.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
live.
okay, maybe I need to refresh.
Yeah, I'm looking at YouTube right there. We're
There
live.
we are.
Good job, Hayden.
Technical difficulties. I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Fine, yeah, I'm fine.
So what you guys been up to?
Oh, same old, same old. Checking things off the list of the boat so that I can get it up and running and get out and play some radio on it.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been up to too much. So.
Yeah, I've been dealing with crappy weather is what I've been dealing with. Crappy weather and horrible band conditions.
Have you been getting those afternoon thunderstorms?
Yep. Been
Yeah.
Most of my activations here lately have been fairly late in the evening. I think people in my Discord have probably gotten used to me about 11:30, 12 o'clock. I'm like, hey, who's up? Let's activate. I mean, all I need is 3 or 4 of them. We'll go hit 3 or 4 bands and we can activate. I do better than 3 or 4 though normally. But if I get 3 or 4 on the Discord that says they're up and ready to hunt, that means there's another 10 that's not in the Discord to just hunt, and they're coming. So good stuff. You guys got anything interesting been going on? I'm telling you, what's going on with me is I'm over this propagation, man. I mean, conditions have just been absolutely horrible lately.
Okay, so it's not just the antenna I put up.
No,
no,
definitely not. It's so bad that I've stopped watching for solar storms because it just seems like every other day there's a solar storm coming in.
Yeah, I just put up a high Sierra antenna.
Oh yeah,
on the fence. Yeah,
and
I just put it on my chain link fence.
What kind of antenna is that? I've never heard of it.
High Sierra. I have the model number. Hold on.
Oh, I see Mr. Kool-Aid in the chat tonight.
Someone gave it to me. High Sierra HS 1800 Pro. It's like it's one of the retractable ones. Yeah.
Like a screwdriver antenna.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says it does 80 and up. Like it could possibly work on 2 meters, I guess, with a tuner. Let's see. I don't know what power it's rated to. I'm not doing much power into it. I'm doing like 100 watts at most, so it doesn't really matter.
That's an interesting comment because most of the time I see the most activations are on 20 meters if you look at the spots.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna talk about that from my end here in West Virginia, and that doesn't mean it's like that anywhere else. Because when I was in Florida, I killed it on 20 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Same setup, but I killed it on 20 meters. But here's the thing: in West Virginia, I go up until the mountains stop, and then I shoot out. So I'm going long every time.
Yep.
I'm not going to get a short hop at all on 20. Every now and then, I'll get lucky and something will hit. Like I have got a couple people in Pennsylvania and stuff, but it's rare that I get lucky like that. Most of the time, I'll do 20 meters, and 7 out of the 10 are all DX, and the other 3 are like Oregon or Utah or somewhere way out west, maybe Florida, And there's nothing wrong with getting the DX. I love it, and I have started trying to get a 20 in every day. But as far as time goes, I take triple the time to get 15, 20 contacts on 20 meters when I can bring up 40 here and get 80 in less than triple the time. So, I mean, it don't make a whole lot of sense for me,
So yeah, I don't see how much power this can handle. I imagine it handles up the legal limit, but I don't even have a counterpoise on it.
Would.
Yeah, I don't even have a counterpoise on it because I put it on a chicken wire fence. So it seems.
Well, yeah,
working.
that's your counterpoise.
Yeah, it seems to be working. Like I'm on FT8 right now. I mean, it's not super great, and it's not in the greatest spot. I don't think either. But I am hearing like Germany and England and Spain. So
thanks for hunting, Reggie. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wonder, James, too, if your problem on 20 meters is your skip goes right into the ocean. That might be an issue for you too.
I mean, it might,
like the short skip, because like my short skip, like obviously goes down to the ocean, but like, on 20 meters, I'm hitting like the Midwest, pretty good. So,
it's I do from time to time get lucky with like Indiana, Michigan area.
yeah.
But most of the time it's way further west and DX. Like I could give you probably 7 DX calls that'll hunt me regularly on a daily basis when I'm on 20. But they're like Spain, France, Belgium,
Yeah.
So, well, the weird thing for me here is for Florida and Georgia, I have to use 20 meters. But everything north of that is 40. But I can get the guys up in Canada on 40 long and not on 20.
See, that's weird because like Georgia, here in West Virginia, Georgia is like pipeline material.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what. Well, not 20, but 40, 60, 80. I'll tear Georgia to pieces, man.
Yeah.
So it's just it's about where you live at too. It's not just the antenna. Because like I said, when I was down in Florida, I stayed on 20 because 40 kind of sucks in Florida. I'll be honest, it kind of sucked.
It's interesting.
But 20 and 17 down in Florida, oh my God, they're amazing.
I couldn't hear you at all on 40 in Florida.
Oh yeah, 40 in Florida sucked, man. I was like, what is wrong with 40 down here? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll give it another try in February and play with it again. But I can guarantee you my 20 meter activations are going to increase in February, as always.
Yeah. I gotta take out that new laptop to an activation already.
Yeah, you got it all. What did you load it up with?
Oh.
SJTX and hammers.
Okay.
Maybe I'll put like Whisper on there, but I don't know how to configure Whisper with the G90.
That's interesting that he said he could hear me on 20 and 40 always in central North Carolina. That's interesting.
It's probably on that 2040 line.
Oof, this guy got me minus 17, but I have him plus 3.
We're talking.
What frequency are you on, Pat?
Oh, I'm on FT8 on 20 meters.
Okay.
Since we're talking FT8, I have an issue working Toby on FT8. Like she can work everybody else in the world, and I can work everybody else in the world, but it's rare that we get each other on FT8, and I don't understand that. Like, it's like just her specifically.
What are you? Any band or?
Pretty much.
Because if you can hear her on 40, you should be able to work her on 40.
That's the thing. Like, she'll be calling me. She'll send me pictures of her calling me even. And like, I'll send her pictures back of my screen with her not in it. I'll have a pile up. You know, I'll have nothing but red coming on my screen, but Toby ain't in there.
Huh. That's weird.
And it's just, but normally I can switch to FD4 and then pick her right up.
Okay.
Or I can get her on FT8 and not FT4. It's vice versa, but mostly I get her on FT4.
That would be a good question for the guy that invented that.
Yeah, like I do not understand it. It drives me. I know it drives her insane because we all know Toby likes to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she's got me on FT8 plenty. But I'm gonna say 2 or 3 out of 7 or 8 times she don't get me, and that's just weird to me because I also, you know, I don't think it's a propagation thing between here and New Jersey because Larry, Kilo Golf 2 Charlie Victor, will get me every single time from New Jersey.
That's a good question. But she's making other contacts, David, with other people. And he's making contacts with other people too. So
I know my time is synced up because it wasn't not too long ago. They were giving me some crap about it, and I redid my clock, and now I keep it synced up really good. Right before I was just letting it do it on its own, but now I've been syncing it right before I FT8 myself. So I do it manually and leave it to where to do it ever so often.
Yeah, I usually go in through Windows time and give it a refresh.
Can't get this to work. Why can't I get this to work?
And Toby said she checks her time too. So
yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Most of the time, I would blame it on me. I would think it's my fault because I'm far from an FT8 wizard for sure. But when I've got a pile up at the same time that she's not coming through, I'm like, well, it can't be. I'm doing something wrong because I've got a pile up right now. You know, I got 8 people trying to come back at me at once.
Mm-hmm.
God bless POTA for that. I tell you, when I first started doing FT8, it'd take me 20, 30 minutes to get somebody to call me back.
Mm-hmm.
Now I put CQ POTA and it's like, bam, here comes the world.
I've done a fair amount of FT8. It's not my favorite.
I do,
but it's fun to play with.
Yeah.
I do very little, but I'm staying behind schedule a lot on, you know, people a lot of times say, you know, oh, you do YouTube, that's going to be fun, right? I stay stressed 24/7 because I'm always working on something that I've got to have done at this time. It's just like I still need to activate again tonight because I've only activated once today because of the storms and stuff. So I'll activate after this. But after I activate, I got to come back home and I've got to get a video edited for Monday Night Ham Radio.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it might be 3 or 4 in the morning before I get to go to bed tonight, knowing I got to get up at 6 tomorrow to head out and activate and go to work. So, you know.
Yeah. Hey, I've got to drop out for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
But, yeah, I mean, I've been staying a lot behind on a lot of stuff that I got to get done. And so I've been doing a little bit more FT8 here lately. Plus, the bands have been crap.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's times like I'm not leaving this park with only 40 contacts. No, I'm not doing it. So I'll go over to FT8. It's actually a funny story. The other day on, I think it was yesterday on 40, like I was struggling. I had 8 contacts and I had been calling for like 15 minutes. And I was in the Discord and I'm like, I guess I'm going to have to go to FT8 and finish this, guys. And no sooner than I said that, it's like the world just opened up and everybody started calling me because I had been on there spotted and everything. And like I took 30 straight calls after I said I'm going to have to go finish this on FTA. So it's weird. Terry says the storm Friday took trees down in his area. Yeah, I heard you guys hit a little harder than we got hit up here, Terry.
Just for reference, when I have my next ham shack, I'm not going to put it with the laundry room behind me. My daughter comes over and does her laundry on Sundays, and she come down. She was waiting. Got to get in there, Dad.
So if you guys on the stream keep seeing me go like this every now and then, it is fruit fly season in West Virginia. And
Oof.
if you don't know what fruit flies are, you're a lucky person.
Yeah.
But they're these little annoying, almost like gnats, and they will drive you insane, and they try to fly up your nose. I don't know why they try to fly up your nose, but it's horrible. So
they're attracted to the carbon dioxide.
Well, whatever they're attracted to, they need to be.
It's the same thing with bees. Bees are attracted
to fruit.
Yeah, because like the decaying fruit emits CO2.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with bees. That's why bees like swarm around you.
Yeah, I see. I see what you're saying there, Collins. It ain't been too bad at night here, but during the day's been crappy. Early morning, and midday. Midday, of course, the worst. But yeah, Covain said they're everywhere here. Yeah, you know my pain, then Covain. You know my pain. They're horrible individually. I don't know why they were created.
Oh,
I thought you were going to say something, Pat.
No, I was talking to my kid.
Oh, okay. So you guys got anything cool going on this week? Next weekend, I got a ham fest to go to.
I'll be in West Virginia next weekend.
Will you?
Yeah, should be.
There's a ham fest in Huntington.
Huntington, huh?
You mean Huntsville?
No, Huntington.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of missed the one that I usually go to. It was this weekend, Berryville in Virginia.
I know Columbia Amateur Radio Club's having theirs in September, I think.
Okay. Where do they have that at?
I think it's at like the Howard County Fairground or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I might go to that one.
About right.
Yeah, that's not too far. Yeah, I'm going to Huntsville though, so.
Yeah, I'm going to Huntsville too. It's the weekend after Huntington. But.
Good play some POTA down there at Monsanto State Park. Have to use someone else's rig though. I don't think I would bring mine. I could. I mean, I only have a 9 amp hour battery, and I could bring that on the plane, but.
What are the dates of the Columbia?
Oof, I can look that up right now.
Terry, I don't know if it depends on if Reed is back in town. I know he's doing a lot of stuff over in Kentucky right now for the flood victims and stuff. So I'd say that's a big factor for that.
Yeah, he's activated in a different way.
It's October 2nd, actually.
October 2nd? Okay.
Yeah. October 2nd, Howard County Fairground in West Friendship, Maryland.
I think that's right out 70 too, isn't it? Right off of 70?
Yeah, it's right off of 70.
Okay.
It's just like where 70 and 32 are.
We'll be in West Virginia next weekend. I'll try and get out and activate on Saturday.
Yes. Go ahead. Sorry, Hayden.
We're going up for my wife's birthday is on the 10th, and my father-in-law's birthday is on the 10th. So we're going to go up and celebrate their birthdays that weekend.
I don't think there's any signals on FG8 on 40 for me.
Terry, Tristan will be there. At least that's what he said last night. Of course, he's not setting up a booth because he's so
there is
got so many orders backlogged because of supply chain issues and stuff, as with everything else in the world. I'll tell you, it's rough to get anything anymore. Like,
well, if you're not a major manufacturer, yeah. Like the little guys like him are screwed right now. There's nothing he can.
What's
do
he have
about
trouble getting? The wire or the pole or
oh,
the pole?
Yep. And literally, it's not like he's trying to be a little guy. He's literally telling them, "Send me every one you get."
Yeah.
It's not like he's trying to do minimum order them. He's like, "Send me every one you get." So.
Mode FT8. Let's see who's on FT8 right now.
I wonder what the process is to make those things.
What's that? The antennas?
The telescoping poles.
Mm.
Because they're carbon fiber, aren't they? Or fiberglass?
They are fiberglass.
Okay. So they probably vacuum pack them or vacuum press them.
Go back to 20 meters. See if I can hunt this Podon 20 meters.
Either one of you guys ever experienced using a fiberglass pole? I've heard mixed results.
Well, I have a fiberglass military mast I got from military surplus.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it works fine.
How
like
tall is it?
Well, it comes in sections, so it comes in 6 4-foot sections. It's like $10 too. It's super cheap.
Okay.
So I have it so that way there's 2 18-foot sections, I guess, and put a dipole up.
Yeah, the only fiberglass poles I've had is the one that the Eagle One is.
What's J69?
Wait a minute. Is it
That's not Japan, is it?
Not fiberglass. Is it it's the carbon fiber that gets the mixed results, ain't it?
Oh yeah, carbon fiber. I'm about to say
Carbon fiber
fiberglass
is a lot stronger than fiberglass.
Yeah, but I've heard that they can interfere with the.
Oh yeah. Well, that would make sense.
That's what my question was. I just mixed the two up.
St. Lucia's on.
Austin says he can't wait till the end of the month to get his Eagle One.
Welcome to the Eagle One family.
Yeah, I want to put up a DX Commander as well.
Good antenna.
Yeah. I have a DX Commander and.
Which one are you looking at?
Just the standard classic. I think it's like the 30-foot pole or something?
Okay.
Yeah. Standard classic. The one that does like 80 through 2 meters.
Wow, 80 through 2.
Yeah, I guess it works on 2. That's what I've been told, at least.
Joseph Collins, will it work on 2? Collins has one, so I figure he might know the answer to that.
Yeah. You said 10 meters.
No, it's 10 meters tall.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a decent SWR on 2 meters. So
Somehow. Yeah, I was like looking yesterday because Vern, I don't know if you guys know Vern. He's selling a 2 meter amp.
Amplifier, yeah.
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 Yeah, and I shot him a message like, "Hey, I want to buy it from you." So now I'm looking for a radio that does 2 meter sideband, but I really can't find much. So
817. If you're getting the
yeah, but
amplifier.
it needs to do up to 40 watts
Oh, okay.
because at 40 watts it does 170 out.
991A.
Yeah, I was thinking the 991A, but at the same time, like I'd love to have something that's like mobile size portable, but if I have to go down the route of like, just
Or the
getting a 991,
891.
891 doesn't do 2 meters.
Oh, I'm thinking the
Yeah.
857 then.
Yeah, the 857 is a choice, but I have to get it secondhand. So I'm going to be looking at Huntsville, seeing if I can find one.
So M617 said 705 with an amp. The thing is, he's getting an amp, and he needs to put 40 in to get the amp out of it.
Put an amp into the amp.
Into an amp.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be no attenuation there. Huh.
If you do amp into an amp, please, I'm begging you to film it. I bet it'll be like an explosive video. It'll totally explode up. Oh no, Curtis is here.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna be looking out for an 857 in Huntsville. But if not, then I might just have to get a 991.
I don't know what I don't even know if I'm looking for anything in Huntsville besides a good time. But
the only other thing I want is a roll-up J-pole.
I've got one of those.
Because I was getting
a Slim Jim, same thing.
Yeah, we did talk about it yesterday, Andy. And I think the 857 is probably my best choice of the ones you suggested. Just because I can put it down to 40 watts and get the 170 out. And if I can get a roll-up J-pole, I guess I'll just go ahead and tell the folks here what I plan on doing. I want to, like, when the bands get a little bit better, do a technician activation of a part.
There you go.
So, like,
2 meter sideband.
So I do 2 meter FM probably because most people don't have sideband, but yeah, I just want to have sideband just because it's something else to have, and then I would only do like 10 meter voice and 10 meter FT8 and try to get a successful activation out of that just to prove that can be done.
So
I know in the last solar cycle, 2 meter sideband was really popular around here. They would have groups go up to like Skyline Drive and just go out and see how far they could get.
That's awesome.
So
yeah,
if they're still doing that would be great.
I stuck Craig up on the screen because, I always tell people, just because somebody is typing in capital letters, they're not screaming, because that's what I do all the time. We're podologgers, and that's what we do. But I stuck him up there because he probably is screaming because he is always a 5'9" plus. If you've ever worked him, you know this. Good to see you, Craig.
Yeah, 2 meter single sideband is probably better across the pond than it is here. Put it that way.
I've never even done it. I've got 2 radios that can do it, and I've never even done it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at where you live, it makes sense. You're in the middle of the mountains, so
yeah.
Even if you did do it, like how far out would you really get? Unless you go on top of a mountain and do it.
Well, I'm on top of a mountain typically every morning.
Yeah, so I don't know. It might be worth a try once in a while. Yeah, I'll just try 5 minutes on 2 meter sideband, see what happens.
Well, normally in that early morning, I'm sort of in and out because that's the free work activation. So it's got to be kind of quick. What's going on,
and then,
Kevin?
I've also been considering upgrading my HT to the 878 UV2 Plus.
That's a
Just to
great
have APR.
handheld.
Yeah, just to have APRS. That's really the only reason. It's like one of the few radios. I think the FT5DR is the only other one that does APRS natively. That's like on the market right now.
The only thing that I would wish that it did different was have a map so that you could see the map.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can understand why that'd be tough to integrate. But yeah, I want to get that. But and maybe sell off my 868 because they're going for like 150 on eBay right now.
Which
So
one is that, James? Is that Yaesu what?
That's a 3DR.
That has a map, doesn't it?
Huh?
I know one of those has a map. I think for APRS.
Is that the ID50? No.
Not really a map. It's got a
just a pointer.
Yeah, a pointer.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's I don't know. I'd rather kind of keep DMR over C4FM. So just personal choice.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I mean DMR is just more popular. That's the only reason I'd keep it.
It is. I don't know why it is because Fusion is
because the radios are cheaper.
Yeah, Fusion is way easier though. Like.
Yeah, but you could buy a DMR capable Baofeng for like $80.
I would get this before I'd get that because you can catch these for about $88-$90.
Yeah, but it doesn't do APRS.
It doesn't do APRS, but no, I would definitely get the Anytone.
Oh, you're talking about the.
I'm talking about before I get a Fang. I would definitely get this one because this one sounds great.
Yeah, there's a few other ones out there, similar price, do the same thing. Get whatever works.
Even though some people will say it's hot, but I always get great audio reports when I use it.
Yeah.
I used to be a big DMR person when I was a technician, big time.
I mean, I guess Austin's Fusion's more popular here in Michigan, and maybe repeater wise, you're right, but I'm saying overall user base, there's more people in DMR globally, for sure, than there is System Fusion.
Fusion's a lot easier to figure out.
Yeah, because DMR is commercial, and if you're someone like me that's used DMR on Motorola radios, out in the field, then
Well, I mean, DMR, you got to have a code plug, and you got to,
It's not even that hard to do. It's just an extra step.
It's not, but it does have a learning curve to it.
It's an extra step.
When you first started, it's a little hard. Whereas this, I hit 1-2 buttons and choose a room, and I'm connected.
Yeah.
So. But again, you're right. DMR has a lot more people, and I stayed on DMR a lot more than I did Fusion, even though Fusion was easier because once I figured out code plugs, it ain't no big deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
it actually organizes things better with the different zones. I love the zones.
Oh yeah, with DMR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can personalize it, so you could be like, okay, I want only these rooms in this zone and these rooms in this zone. The talk groups, I should say. So, or you could even have it I have my radio where one zone is analog only, the next zone is DMR repeaters only, and then the next zone is hotspot only.
And then I have a zone for the ISS and other satellites, and then I have a maritime mobile.
Yeah, I haven't tried
Coast Guard frequencies.
I haven't tried this with satellites, the 868. I can't really. I don't know. I can't get the dual watch to really work well, because I think you have to manually switch between the A and B channel. You can't just have the B channel rolling with the audio and then transmit on the A channel. So it's not ideal for satellites in that regard.
Mm-hmm. Cobain asked, DMR is cheaper to get into, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I would
Well,
say so. Some of the cheaper, they've got cheaper DMR radios, so you could spend like a Bofang money for a DMR radio, or you could spend 991A money for a DMR radio too.
yeah, they got like the RF finder or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, that's
The
a
one
nice
that's like an
radio.
Android phone.
I would love to have somebody send me one of those and check it out.
You know,
Yeah.
one of my friends got one of them, like a swap meet or something, for like next to nothing.
Yeah,
It's an older version, but I mean, it still works great.
that's awesome.
I'd love to catch a deal like that on one.
Yeah, and DMR is fun and it's easy to get into. Some people are like, oh, it's not real ham radio, but it is. You know.
Nothing is real ham radio. The only thing that is real ham radio is sitting at your house talking about your ailments and your wife's bad macaroni and cheese for 2 hours to your buddy that lives 2 houses down, and
Yeah.
chastising anybody who gets near your frequency. That is
But
ham
that's not
radio.
even real. Real ham radio is building your own radio and only doing CW on one frequency.
On one of the spark
On a
gap
spark gap.
transmitter.
That's real ham radio. It's a spark gap. You're just flicking all the lights in your neighborhood with 100 watts.
I'm glad we evolved.
Listen, you guys laugh. You guys laugh. But I can remember when I was a young kid and my dad coming over to friggin' TV and crap. You know, I can remember those days.
Yeah, it's changed a lot. Like, yeah, even my neighbor was huge into ham radio. Like, he had like, I don't know how tall that tower is. It must be like 50, 60 feet in his backyard. He had like an 8-element Yagi up there. It was insane. But yeah, he was huge into it. And like, I remember like I'd be sitting on my computer and be coming in through the speakers.
Oh wow.
Because like he literally lived in the house like right behind me. So yeah. Do we need to cue the music?
You know
That's
what?
real ham. That's real ham radio.
Well, I know what he's talking about.
I do too.
Yep.
You know, that's actually cool.
Has he moved on from elevator music?
Oh, he actually plays some good music sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll play some. It's some '80s music. Yeah, but he plays some good stuff sometimes. But
still haven't found him, huh?
I won't say whether he's been found or not. I will say this: if he stalks me like he says he stalks me, he's probably watching tonight. So I will be nice and give you a friendly warning.
Let's invite him on the show.
You have been turned in, and
Ooh.
bad things are coming. I suggest you go away. That's
next month in QST. A $45,000 fine.
We'll just
plus
say
a copyright suit.
we'll just say that he plays music all the time. He does cuss me all the time, and he has threatened my life on air. But none of that bothered me. But he crossed the line the other day, and he made a very bad mistake when he did. So,
wannabe ham radio operator was caught in his mother's basement.
Yeah.
What did he identify finally?
Oh yeah, he identified as me.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and he was giving signal reports like he was in a park.
He was giving signal reports to hunters as me. Yeah.
Oh, we're not serious, Curtis.
Oh no, we're not serious at all. But it's serious for him because he's going to be in a lot of trouble because I wasn't going to turn into death threats. I feel like you're funny. You live in your mom's basement. What are you going to kill me with? Her dirty maxi pad? I mean, but
ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like when people start doing death threats, you kind of have to start taking it seriously, in my view, because then they just won't stop, and it'll be someone else.
Well,
and
you
they'll
got to
take it
understand
seriously,
it.
and someone will
Yeah.
actually get hurt. Some of these people on ham radio are not right in the head, unfortunately, and they probably have like more guns than a Marine base, so you probably don't want to set them off.
You know what they always say about people that's not right in the head, don't you? Make sure you're not messing with somebody that's not worse than you are in the head.
Yeah. Very well put.
But yeah. You crossed the line when you used my call sign. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Can I report Kim Jong-un because he threatened to nuke me?
If you want to.
I'm going to report him. He threatened to nuke me once. So I'm going to nuke your carrier.
I typically let all the death threats go there, but.
What is an SBITX? Curtis, please
sounds
elaborate.
Familiar.
Let's see. That is SBITX.
It is a kit radio.
Oh.
This thing looks interesting. Huh. It's an SDR 40 watt HF built with inbuilt popular modes like FT8 RTTY PSK. Huh, it's like $600 or $500 fully assembled.
Wow. So it's a digital radio.
No, apparently it has a microphone, so I imagine it does sideband.
Okay, an STIBX. That is a secure transmitting interesting Baofeng Extreme.
What?
It is a secure transmitting interesting Baofeng Extreme.
No, I'm actually looking at the real website right now, though. It's actually
It's 40 watts.
But my answer sounds way better, Pat.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
So it does. It does sideband. It does CW.
Looks like
CW
an SDR
reverse.
radio, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Huh. It has a built-in logger too. So I'm guessing this thing's like running Raspberry Pi or something. That's interesting, man. Yeah, it's running off Raspberry Pi.
There we go.
I might have to get one of these too, man.
$499 fully assembled, $299 is a basic kit.
Well, so I guess the $299 does not come with the display, microphone, or the Pi, so you could actually do it yourself. That's like a hacker version.
Why wouldn't a basic kit come with all that stuff, though?
Well, like the transceiver, it looks like the transceiver part's already like made, but like if you wanted to put your own Pi in there with your own display, and like you wanted to like customize it, you could absolutely do that. That's an interesting radio, man. I'm glad he showed me this. I might have to get one of these. 40 watts for like this 40 watts for the same price as a
40 watts on 80, 40 watts on 30, 20 watts on 17 and 15, 10 on 12 and 6.
I mean, the thing I'm thinking about though is it goes 80 to 10 or 80 to 10 meters. That's so you miss 160, but no one's on 160 anyways. But I'm thinking like for POTA.
Well, like, Curtis is thinking for his kayak. He wants to know if it'll be good for his kayak. I will tell you what, Curtis. If you buy it, I will kayak test it for you and give you a full report. So, I mean,
see, so yeah, that's an interesting radio.
I will give you my expertise on it.
It even shows in the picture it doing FT8 on the radio. That's wild.
And Curtis said, no, it will be great in my kayak. Oh.
Huh. Oh, for $500, that's a good radio. I would say I've never seen anyone use it or test it, but if it does what it says, like that's twice the power of a G90 for about the same price. And you have FT8 RTTY and PSK native with sideband.
Here's my question, Curtis. What antenna are you going to use on your kayak? And I asked this because I've been setting up my kayak setup for a while, and it's just a logistics nightmare. I swear it is. But what antenna you plan on using?
7-inch touch display. So I guess it's almost the size of the Note. Huh. That's really cool that it's like a hackable radio, though. That's a really cool radio. If it works like it says it does, I would get one.
My problem is it's hard for me to use anything that costs more than a thing on my kayak because you're taking the chance when you go out on the kayak.
Get one of those. What are they called?
Yeah, I know you can get a wet bag.
No. There's an HF radio. It's like $150, but it's like QRP sideband.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but I know like there's a bunch of Chinese manufacturers that knock them off.
I mean, I'll use the thing for it, but I'm not going to use a $500, $600 radio for it. I won't use my 818 for it.
This website has a lot of really interesting kit radios on it too.
That's one I've heard of. True SDX.
Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, twice the power on the lower bands, but that's kind of where it matters, with the power, I would say. Because they say it did 40 watts on what is it? 40 watts on 20 meters? 30 watts on 20 meters.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's still good. I mean, 20 watts on 1715.
Still
when
more
the band's
than G90.
Open, it's the same as a G90 on 17 and 15, less than it on 12 and 10. But I mean, 10 meters is hardly open nowadays. So, do with that information what you will. But if you're going to do FT8 natively, you don't need more than 5 watts anyways.
Honestly, where Curtis is, and for a kayak activation, I don't see you getting off 40 anyway. I mean, I know I won't. Maybe 20, but.
Oh, dude, my stomach is so messed up right now.
I don't plan on changing bands around too much when I'm. Well, it depends on where you go to activate too. I'm guessing he's thinking activation because I'm probably going to go to East Van, and I don't know about Pennsylvania, but lakes in West Virginia tend to have people who overcompensate for things they don't have. So they like to gun their motors with everything they got, and yeah, I'll definitely hit some good wake in a no wake zone.
Yeah.
The same kind of people that when I'm in Chief Logan, that'll drive through there, and they'll be driving through there all normal, and they'll see me on the radio, and they'll gun their truck. To where I never do understand it. They'll be driving all normal, and they see somebody on a radio, and they got a gun.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
dude, do you have your ham
they're
license,
trying
or
to impress their
are you
sister.
are you on 80 meters?
I mean, their wife.
It's funny. The guys at the club meeting last night, they were asking me about my stalker, and they're like, "What did you do to this guy?" I was like, "I don't know. Activated on his frequency. Who knows? You know. I mean, he's all the time saying, 'Tell him who you really are, James,' and like, I don't know who he thinks I really am."
Yeah, Curtis does have a point too. With that, you don't need to bring a laptop with you if it has an internal logger. That is a good point.
Oh, that is a good point. I missed that one.
Yeah, it says have an internal logger, and it does FT8 natively.
Okay.
Okay. So now my suggestion, since you're not going to let me kayak test it, is you buy it.
You kayak test it.
And I will come activate with you just so I can use it and see if I like it. And if I like it, I'll buy it and then do a kayak test with it.
I'm sure you could get a waterproof case to build it in.
Or use 3D print one.
Yeah.
Silicone glue it together.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys trust your 3D printing silicone gluing with a $600 radio.
Well, it's $500.
Okay.
But, you know.
What did the webpage tell you the size of it?
It said it has 7-inch screen, and the case is slightly bigger.
I had the specifications up here.
So I think the screen is probably about this big-ish.
It does not give dimensions.
I mean, it's going to be at least the size of a Raspberry Pi 2. So it's like this big-ish.
They don't have dimensions nowhere, Hayden?
No, I'm looking at it. I don't see them.
But it looked like from the chassis, if you go to the very bottom, it looked like from the chassis that you just put the Pi in there and the screen on top. So it's not going to be too much bigger than it. It was at the very bottom. You see what I mean?
Yeah, there's the case there.
Yeah, and it said it has 7-inch screen, so imagine that empty spot 7 inches diagonally across.
Mm-hmm.
So you're probably talking, I don't know, 8 or 9 inches long.
It looks like the board is mounted horizontally in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I definitely want to see one of those. I don't know if anyone has a video with them.
So I'd like to say
I imagine there's somebody, but
I'd like to say thanks, Curtis, for making me want something else.
If I ever stop spending money on a boat, I might be able to get one.
Well, that's not going to happen.
But a boat. I'm getting close.
That's what you say, but you know what they say about that is
boat stands for break out another 1,000.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a video here of it. Oh wait, it has a built-in decoder too.
For CW.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how good that is.
Because I'm looking at the video right now. Seems to be doing really well.
You should call them up and ask them if they want a review. I don't know how those things work.
Send me your...
We would like to try one of these.
It works like this. They're like, cool, you can review it. You just pay this amount that's on our webpage, and we will send it to you.
It's like, all right, if it's junk, I'll make sure I tell people.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell people, it wouldn't matter if I paid for it or you give it to me. I'm going to tell them if it's junk or not. But anyway, we are about 5 minutes till, so we need to start wrapping up because I don't know if it's Charlie or Frank tonight, but somebody has a stream at 7 o'clock. And then Jason has one at 8. I believe he's going to be practicing CW tonight. So
we'll have to watch it.
Make sure you guys check that out if you're interested in CW.
Yeah, if I'm back from the park, I will. If not, I will catch it on Team Replay. But all right, Pat, what you got coming up this week?
I should be putting out a video on Tuesday. Just POTA tips and tricks for hunters.
POTA tips and tricks
from like an activator's perspective, but yeah, for hunters. Because I don't think there's a lot of videos about that. And other than that, just getting ready to go to Huntsville.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Hayden. Oh, go
You'll
ahead.
be $500 more broke soon.
There you go.
There we go.
We're continuing the saga of getting the boat up and running so that we can go out and play on some of the parks out in the Chesapeake Bay. Make some videos of that. That's about it. It's just my one main focus right now. Next weekend, next Saturday, I'll be out activating the park, I hope, and hopefully talk to you guys on the air. It's been a while since I've activated.
Terry, my tip for you is more sugar in that Kool-Aid, buddy. More sugar, buddy.
Yeah.
And myself, I will be going out as soon as I get off with these guys and activating a park, probably Kilo 7047. If you don't know what 7047 is, shame on you because I activate it all the time. But other than that, I'm sure I'll have a video come out this week, hopefully tomorrow night on Monday Ham Radio if I get it edited tonight. If not, I'll drop it one day this week. And I will be on my live stream Wednesday night and activating daily. Thanks, everybody. Go ahead.
Don't the results come out this week, or is it next week?
That would be, let me look at the calendar. That would be, I thought it was the 15th, but that would be on a
It probably is, so it's next week, I guess.
So it'd be a week from tomorrow.
All right. Well,
So
I guess we'll have one more show before then.
I can tell you that the presenters for the award banquet should have had their stuff turned in this past week. So I know that the results are in, but who knows who got it?
Yeah. All right.
73, everybody. We'll catch you on the air and on the stream on Wednesday.
Everybody have a good week. 7-3.